My good people, what's going on? It's your boy Cornelius Jones, 10-minute investing, and we are here for a successful live today. So y'all come on in the room. I'm gonna rock with y'all in the comments first. Make sure the sound is good, make sure there's no issues, and then we're gonna jump into the content. The OCC has published more guidance, more rules, and they have advanced or expanded National Trust Bank rules and what they are allowed to do. And so we're going to go into that. We're going to talk about how it affects Ripple. It's always bullish for XRP. As you know, my boy first in the comments section, it's not a surprise. Nathaniel Rosaball, what's going on, my guy? Love you, my brother. Glad you're in the building. Anthony Atkins in the place. In the UK, my UK peeps always in the building. Everything sounding good, fellas? Good morning, Jose Rivas. How you doing, my brother? Good morning, good morning. Everything sound good? Just give me a thumbs up or tell me in the comments, and then we're gonna continue. I'm assuming everything is good. Awesome. I appreciate you, Anthony. All right, let's jump into the content, people. The OCC, remember when Ripple first got that conditional approval from the OCC to become a national trust bank? What I kept saying was they have certain fiduciary responsibilities to uphold with their customers. Fiduciary responsibilities. That's a word that I kept using. And now the OCC has added non-fiduciary responsibilities to National Trust Bank's plate, which is great. It expands their role and the things they will be allowed to do. So we're going to talk about what are the fiduciary responsibilities, what does that mean, and what does it mean to now that they're able to do non-fiduciary responsibilities and how that expands their role further into this banking industry. So first of all, fiduciary. What you must understand, when a bank has fiduciary responsibilities, at the heart of that, it means that they are obligated by the law to act in what's best for their client, not for themselves, but they are required by law to do all actions in a way that is best for their client. So they cannot be risky with their investments. There are a lot of rules they have to follow with their investments. They have to act in the best faith for their clients, okay? So when you are in fiduciary responsibilities, you're not just holding your customers' assets, but you are in a more of a managerial role. You are helping direct, and you are directly influencing where they put their money. You're giving direct financial advice. Here's where you should put your money. Here's how you should distribute your assets, right? And so they're helping you form a plan for how you're going to build wealth, however you're going to do whatever you're trying to do. And they are actively involved with those. Those are fiduciary responsibilities. Non-fiduciary responsibilities mean I don't have any involvement in how you invest your money. We are just safekeeping your money. We're storing your money. So the fiduciary is more of a managerial role. Non-fiduciary is more of a custodial role, which puts them more in alignment with a commercial bank. Because a commercial bank they have options to just hold your money, right? So now Ripple will be able to take in deposits and just hold idly people's money, banks and institutions' money. Those are non-fiduciary roles. So how does this affect Ripple? Well, this broadens the scope of what they will be doing. And it's obvious that they're going to be holding XRP. That's just another secure, safe place where people are going to feel confident to store many digital assets, including the most valuable of them all, XRP. And so when Ripple is operating in this role and they are using XRP for as a in the position that they are in with this direct oversight from the Fed, don't forget about the Fed master account. This is going to set Ripple up as one of the creme de la creme banks in the world. And one of the creme de la creme, if the creme de la creme bank in the world is using XRP, processing XRP, benefiting from the advantages of the XRP ledger, every other bank is going to have to do the same. Every other bank is going to have to do the same. So things are always looking great. Things are always looking great. We also, out of Australia, I forget the name of the company, but there's a fintech company in Australia that just got a financial services license in Australia, and they have a stable coin that they are pegging directly to Australian dollars, and they're gonna with this license that they got, that signifies that this is going to bring some real use case to this stablecoin. And this stablecoin is going to be minted on the Ethereum ledger, on the XRP ledger, on Hedera, on many others. But when you're talking about institutional adoption, which ledger do you think institutional flows are going to come through? I'm betting that's going to be XRP. Many retail flows may come through Ethereum, Hedera, many others. But when it comes to institutional flows, there's no coin, there's no ledger that is as fast, efficient, and as compliant, and banking fits the regulatory needs for the banks like the XRP ledger. So hearing this news that they got this financial service license, this isn't Ripple. This is some other fintech company that got a license in Australia. And they're minting a coin. When these stable coins get minted on the XRP ledger and all the banks start using this stuff after legislation, y'all gonna see what we've been talking about when it comes to the hidden value that was in XRP the entire time. The entire time. All right, my rant is over, people. That was a short rant today. I'm gonna rock with y'all in the comments. GG was good. He says, so what? Nothing means anything. You making this S up. Well, if you think I'm making this up, you can fact check me right now. You can go to Grok right now and fact check anything I said. And let's see if I'm making something up. And if I'm making this up, why are you here? Why are you listening to a guy that's just sitting here making stuff up? Sounds like a poor way to spend your time, buddy. You must not have anything important to do. It's all good, though. It's all good. What's up? Tanae-sun 001, what's going on? Well, your entertainment is paying me, Gigi. It's adding to my watch hours, so I appreciate it. And you're right. This is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Divine, I appreciate you for being on here. I appreciate you. Jose, I ain't worried about the trolls. I wouldn't have trolls if I only had 10 followers, right? Trolls are just part of the business. Trolls mean you're great. Only great people have trolls. Only great people have trolls. Elihu, what's up, my guy? Thank you for being on here. I appreciate you, Tanason. Yes, sir, Jose. Anybody got any questions? Electric, in my community, we have a really nice park where a lot of adults like to walk. I'm going to show you. I sat here on the playground because it was just a comfortable place to sit. But it's adults over there. Oh, here's a couple coming right here. They're walking. There's some people behind me. It's a lot of, people always walk in this park. It's not an uncommon thing for for an adult to have a seat on this bench. We have a nice little lake over there, ducks and all that type of stuff. And so a lot of people love to be in this little park. I like being in this park. All right, people, if you have a good question, go ahead and throw it in the comments. If you have a good question, go ahead and throw it in the comments. Go ahead and throw it in the comments. Craig, you love watching every day? Well, you keep me motivated to keep posting every day, my brother. All right, Derek, good question. What's going on with legislation? I'm surprised I didn't mention that. So today is March 2nd. Today is March 2nd. We know that there was a deadline, a soft deadline that they hope to reach an agreement by March 1st. And as of today, that agreement has not happened yet. But don't be, worried or anything like that. It's not that everything is about to fall apart. They're just not finished yet. We have had progression with talks in the White House. That's the great news to report. We have had progression. And so I'm going to talk about exactly what the progression was. Prior to the White House getting involved, remember that original markup that the Senate Banking Committee had? The night before they were supposed to have the markup, it collapsed because of Brian Armstrong really coming forth with Coinbase saying, hey, we do not like the language in this bill. The language was going to completely eliminate the possibility for people like entities like Coinbase to offer yield for stablecoins for their clients. So they didn't like that at all. That's where they were, no yield at all. Now, Coinbase has offered a compromise. So they're saying the compromise is, okay, we won't be able to issue yield on idle stablecoins. We'll leave that to the banks. However, let us issue rewards for how people use their stablecoins. If the stablecoins usage is tied to some activity, then allow customers to earn rewards on that. Now that seems fair. That's the compromise in the language that's on the table right now. However, we don't have any official agreement yet from the banking side. So, but the good news is at least we have language and at least we have some progression. Now they're still working on it and we got as much time as we need until April, right? We got to get this done by April. And if this gets done by April, then we're looking good. If their deadline was March 1st, that they thought they could get March 1st, and maybe it takes a couple weeks after that, that's what I'm betting. I'm betting, you know what, maybe it takes about 2 more weeks. I do not know how long it's going to take. All I can do is guess, okay? But I'm thinking maybe it takes about 2 more weeks, and they come to an agreement by the middle of March, and then after that, they end up having that markup by sometime between then and the end of March. And then after it passes through markup, then it will hit the Senate floor in April, which is enough time to get it past the Senate floor. I believe the same day it passes the Senate, it will also pass the House. The House has to reconcile the new bill because it passed the House first. The Senate changed some things. And so now the House has to reconcile those changes. And I believe they're going to do that pretty quickly by conference phone call or something like that. So hopefully the same day it passes the Senate, it also passes the House, or maybe a day or two later, we'll see. And all that can be done in April. It passes the House, it goes to Trump's desk. The day, the hour it lands on Trump's desk, it will be signed. That hour. And it's going to be a huge moment for crypto. So everything is hinging on that. A lot of weight is hinging on that. We'll see what happens. Anthony wants to know, always well-researched and well-versed. I thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, my brother. What price do I think we'll hit in the next 5 years? Oh, man. 5 years. So it's 2026. So 5 years, 2031. Y'all don't want to know what I think. Y'all don't want to know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't want to know. Y'all really don't want to know how hot I think XRP is going to be 5 years from today. I think it'll be at least $1 million, bro. I really do. I really do. And I'm trying to be modest. I'm trying to be modest, people. In the tens of thousands, Eliza Brown's in the building. What's going on? Flacco, XRP, and HBAR be the big two. I could see that. I could definitely see that. The reason I can see that is because XRP and HBAR have something in common that no other crypto in the world has in common. And that is, in our United States legislation, they have a classification called non-ancillary assets. Those are the digital assets that have use case and have ET1, those ETF filings, S1 filings. All digital assets with those ETF S1 filings are considered non-ancillary, which means they do not require the disclosures that other tokens have that are tied with securities contracts require. And so those coins are XRP, the non-ancillary assets are XRP, HBAR, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, Litecoin, and I may be forgetting one. Now, out of all those coins, though, it's 8 of them. Only 2 of them are ISO 20022 compatible, XRP and HBAR. So that by itself puts HRP and HBAR on a plane that no other crypto can meet right now. So yeah, HBAR is definitely going to have some use case, and it's going to have some institutional use case. Not as much as XRP, right? HBAR is just about tokenizing assets, people. That's the role HBAR is going to do, tokenizing assets. But so is XRP. XRP is legitimate competition to HBAR for tokenizing assets. But HBAR is not competition for XRP, and what XRP's role is in regards to bridge liquidity. That role, Ripple has a patent on that role with on-demand liquidity, and HRP is going to be used in that role. So that's very important to understand. Gen X, not just 80s, what's good? Wow. He said, what's up, my man? Me and my wife watch you every night when we get off work. Love what you do. Man, that warms my heart, my brother. That warms my heart, man. You know, you really don't, on my end, I'm holding my phone, and I'm just by myself. But, you really don't think about the actual real impact you're making on someone else's life. That really warms my heart, my guy. I appreciate you for telling me. It motivates me to make more videos. Appreciate you. Landlord Media is in the place. Once the carry trade happens, what price do you think it can go to? The carry trade is going to be a slow burn. It's not just going to be a real fast thing that's going to happen over the course of a month or two. I don't think it's going to be the case. I think it's going to be a slow burn. And that slow burn is going to coincide, if that slow burn is over the next year, that's going to coincide with other macro factors that are going to cause the price of XRP to raise. So it's not just going to be the carry trade. It's going to be that plus the volume in ODL, plus the scarcity in the market, plus all the rewards that are now being paid in XRP. So people are locking their XRP up on exchange, on the ledger and other places. It's going to be a lot of different things. But I don't see a situation where XRP is mooning and we're all pointing to, oh, that's the reason, because of the carry trade. No, it's just going to be one factor that's going to be layered with other factors. Good morning, Tommy. Tommy XRP's in the place. Eliza said $1 million per coin. That's conservative. That's conservative. Eliza, I'm gonna help you right now. It's really not that far-fetched when you look at the math, Eliza. It's not. I didn't just come up with that. It's not my hope. It's my math, right? It's not my hope that thinks XRP is gonna get to 10,000. It's my math that causes me to think XRP is going to get to 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million, a billion. Just keep going up. As long as we're living on this earth, and as long as XRP is functioning in that role, and as long as technology continues to evolve, XRP is just going to get more and more valuable over time. How do I know? Why do I think that? Let's go over some math. Y'all going to have to do it for me because I don't have my calculator out. Now I don't want to mess up the stream. All right? So if you really want to do some math, minimize your screen, get your calculator going. I'm going to tell you how to calculate the XRP price. There are two variables. Well, really, there are three variables. All right, there are three variables. On daily on-demand liquidity volume, that's variable A. We'll call variable B the amount of XRP left on public exchanges. And variable C is the velocity. The velocity is how many times each XRP can be used in a given day. That's velocity. The higher the velocity, the less the price will be. The less the velocity, the more the price is going to have to be, right? Even with high velocity, when we're talking about trillions of dollars a day in on-demand liquidity, when you divide that into it, it's insane. So you're going to take whatever XRP you think is going to be left on exchanges, you're going to multiply that times the velocity rate. Whatever number you get, you're going to divide that into the daily on-demand liquidity volume. So someone was asking me about 5 years from now, 2031. Honestly, people, I think by that time, we will have 10 trillion a day in on-demand liquidity volume. I think that's a reasonable number. I'm trying to be very reasonable. 10 trillion a day. Now, how much XRP will be left in the market? I don't think it's going to be that much. Something like 100,000 probably. 100,000 left. And if we're just talking about a reasonable velocity of 50, which is reasonable, it's a high-end reasonable amount of velocity. I'm going to move a little bit because I think that thing is kind of loud. So y'all help me with the math. What's 200,000 times 50? What's 200,000 times 50? Tell me in the comments. Don't mind the trolls, Eliza. Just let the trolls breathe right now. I'm ignoring the trolls right now. Just let the trolls breathe. They need knowledge too. The trolls need knowledge too. And I have the power to delete anybody I want, right? I'm not even reading the comments, the troll stuff. All right. 100 million. Somebody put 10 million. Which one is it? I'm not doing the math in my head. What is it? 50 times 100,000. 50 times 100,000. That's 10 million. I'm doing it in my head. That's 10 million. Not 100 million. That's 10 million. Oh, thank you, Eliza. She said it, 10 million. All right, so now the next step is we're going to take 10 trillion and we're going to divide it by 10 million. What's 10 trillion divided by 10 million? What's 10 trillion divided by 10 million? That's a reasonable price just based on those numbers. Now, I don't know what those actual on-demand liquidity numbers are going to be, right? This is the lake I was talking about. This really nice area out here. But I don't know what those actual numbers are going to be, right? But what I do believe is that one day there's not going to be even 1,000 XRP left on exchanges. And one day there won't even be 500. And then one day XRP will only be measured in drops, not full XRP. And when we get to that day, it's going to have incredible implications on the math. It's going to have incredible implications on the math. When will the stock market crash? I don't know when the stock market's going to crash, Richard. I do not have a crystal ball. But, I mean, I can give you a projection if you want. I think that it's a possibility that sometime after, but maybe in the same time XRP is raising up, around that same time, we're having a very tough time financially in this country, maybe, with all these wars and stuff going on. Maybe between the same time, between now and 2028, around the same time crypto starts mooning. Maybe that could happen. I don't know, though. What I do believe, though, is for those of us who are fortunate, the few of us, the less than 1% of us in the world who are fortunate enough to have XRP, it's going to be, lovely for us, but it's going to be like the tale of two cities. At the same time, people are going to be happy, but in your community, people are going to be suffering when this financial crash happens, And that's why it's going to be very important for kingdom-minded people to come together with a strong initiative to help. To help. To not just be the Bible. I mean, not just read the Bible, but be the Bible, be Jesus. We are supposed to be the physical representation of Jesus on this earth through the Holy Spirit that lives inside of us. And that will give us a wonderful opportunity with those type of finances to do projects, to do mission work, and to spread the love of Christ with resources. That's going to be a wonderful opportunity. XRP Vegas, bro, it's going to get passed soon, bro. That's all I can tell you. But I understand the frustration. I do. I get it. I understand, bro. But you just got to understand, hopefully people are thinking about April. That's the hope, April. And I still think that's a good possibility. But we shall see. Derek said, why do people think Bitcoin and ETH is the only coin that can be in the thousands? I don't think that it makes sense when other cryptos have real world utility. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I agree with you. Bitcoin and ETH has gotten there, and ETH has had some utility, right? But that utility is already going to be outdated because of how high the fees are. Ethereum is still not as sufficient and scalable and fast like the XRP ledger. So all we need is the legislation, and then people are going to use the right technology or the best technology. Victor, what's going on? Richard talking about Jerome Powell. Yeah, he's going to be out of there pretty soon, though. Jose, absolutely. I will still be on YouTube after price appreciation. I sure will. There's going to be a lot to talk about after price appreciation. And we'll just be getting started with the things God has called me to do, things it's going to be a lot to do. A lot to do. Been holding XRP for 8 years. 4 cent. Oh, snap. That's not 45 cents. 4.5 pennies. You got XRP at 4.5 pennies. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Very interested in the lending protocol, Jose. Yeah, me too. It's not live just yet. And I would definitely keep you guys updated. The more we wait, the more we can accumulate. Bars, controlled token, bars. $500 by 2030, abundant grace. I think it can happen. Yeah, weather's pretty nice. Lee Brown was good. And ETH doesn't have a cap on what can be created. Right, that definitely, if it's not deflationary, that affects things tremendously, right? Unlike XRP, where it's a fixed cap. And it's always getting less. No, I ain't going nowhere, Derek. I ain't going nowhere. We got a super chat from Michael P. Do you think 50,000 XRP will be enough for life-changing wealth? I sure do, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. Abundance grace. Can we see $100 by next year? I think that's possible. I think we can see that by this year. If legislation gets passed in April, I think it's possible we could see it this year towards the end of the year. We shall see, though. I don't know. That's not financial advice, people. I'm just a guy chilling at the park, holding a cell phone. No financial credentials at all. I'm all self-taught. Yeah, the mark of the beast won't be here for some time, in my opinion, Grifty. I think, but whenever it comes, I don't plan on being here. I'm going to be with Jesus. He is taking his beloved off the earth first, and then the man of sin will be revealed after that. Yes, yes, abundance grace. Amen. Amen. All right, my good people, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I appreciate you guys for rocking with your boy on the live. It's always great to be with you guys. I'm going to check with you guys on the next one. If you guys want to schedule a one-on-one phone call with your boy to get all your crypto questions answered, I got your back. Just email me, corneliusjones1980@gmail.com. Also, this week, we have our Discord group every Wednesday. If you want to subscribe to the Discord group, the patron link is in the description of the video. We have a wonderful community of believers who are going to get ready to deploy our resources. When we are wealthy, we're going to get together. We're going to do some major things for the kingdom of God. And if you want to be a part of an initiative like that, we talk about a lot of cryptos. We talk about so many things that we need to know. Getting prepared for this wealth. That's a conversation we have with wonderful kingdom-minded people who are very knowledgeable in crypto. That's every Wednesday, 8:30 Central Time. So the patron link is in the description of the video. Also, finally, tonight, BitNext. If you are involved in BitNext, we are having a meeting tonight, Monday night. Today's Monday night. We're having a BitNext meeting. So if you hold contracts, this is your meeting to come to ask questions and get any information that you need for BitNext. All right, this is Cornelius Jones signing off. Y'all have a blessed one and take care.